This week, on an all-new episode of Crazy Train of Thought, brought to you by the Idiot Savants, join host Ryan Wolf, Philbo Swaggins, Pokemaster Troy Osborn, and Colin Freakin Giffy for rants such as...
Check a look.
Welcome, everybody, to Crazy Train of Thought, brought to you by the Idiot Savants. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am your host, Ryan Wolf. We are live from Savant Studios. Joining me today, I have...
An angry hobbit.
Philbo Swaggins. Glad you're here, man. He's just breathing.
What in the world?
Yeah, I think Phil's a little upset. He's been playing The Last of Us 2, and it is not going well.
It is on my list as the worst game I've ever played in my life.
Damn.
People always are like, hey, what's the game you would consider to be the worst you've played? And I'm always like, I don't know. I have a fucking answer now.
Damn.
Next week, we're having a full review. We should be finishing it.
Yeah.
All-new episode of Crazy Train of Thought.
No fucking kidding.
Yeah.
My wife will be here.
We got a full breakdown next week coming at you guys. We are going to continue our E3 coverage today. But before we get to that, also joining me today,
Pokemaster Troy Osborn here.
Pokemaster Troy Osborn is joining us. Thank you for being here, Troy.
Of course.
Colin Freakin Giffy.
Colin Freakin Giffy is back.
Back on the pod.
Back on the pod.
God, why do we keep saying that?
I don't know.
Every week, almost.
It's
almost
whatever.
every week.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, you're bumping the mic, buddy. Can you fucking stop?
Shaking the
Fucking
cameras.
amateur! When will you learn?
Never.
This is the 5th take we've done today!
Stop yelling at me, Dad. This is the first take.
About the 5th take. I mean, we did fuck with this for hours.
We've had it. I've been here for almost 2 hours now.
Yeah.
I just started recording, so Colin's a little bit pissy.
Hey, you haven't been playing Last of Us 2, so take it easy.
Because
So you can't be that pissy, I guess. is what he's saying.
Okay, Call of Duty has been making me pissy. We can talk about that real fucking quick.
Okay.
I'm
real
sorry
fucking
that you've been
quick.
having fun with your brother.
Okay. Call of Duty decided to fucking update the game.
Okay.
They do that
And
a
they
lot.
update the game a lot. I get that. But for some reason, I fucking shoot people in the face from 2 feet away and don't get a fucking hit marker.
Yeah.
That's what
So
an update's
it
for.
kept fucking happening
It's
over and
to
over again.
Shrink the hit markers.
We were playing Gunfight, and I've never been so upset playing Call of Duty ever in my life. Like, I don't slam the table ever, but I was fucking hitting this table.
Yeah?
It was bad. And
Yeah,
then
like-
Phil's like, bro, I don't know what your problem is. And then right after he said that, I fucking died, so I was spectating him. He walked right up to a dude that was standing still, fucking shot him 5 times. He was standing still, shot him 5 times, missed, and then he ended up dying.
Wow.
So I was like,
What do you
What
mean?
the
What's
fuck
my
is-
fucking
Yeah,
problem?
he
That's
goes-
my fucking
and then,
problem.
but the guys, he's like, these guys are hacking it, but we beat them. They only won that round. So
Right.
it's not like they're hacking or good at the game.
right.
Like, what the fuck, Call of Duty? Stupid. Rants with Colin Giffy. You get one every week from now on. I'm gonna
Damn.
rant about something.
Okay.
Call of Duty.
Bring it.
Welcome. We probably shouldn't swear that much in the beginning of the podcast. YouTube's usually like,
Let me
hey,
tell you.
shouldn't do that.
If you motherfuck so much at the beginning, maybe they throw some flags or whatever.
Yeah, well, I think they demonetize you, which doesn't.
Oh,
we
yeah,
don't collect
that's
ad revenue.
gonna affect us.
Yeah. We get
Demonetized.
millions of
Goddamn.
views.
I don't think that'll affect us for a while, but
No.
eventually we'll have to be substituting words. Like,
We'll have to
instead of fuck,
make
it'll
our
just be
intro
my name. So because it will almost sound the same, you could be like Mother Filler.
Or you could just bleep it out. Mother, and it's just that the whole time. Every time a swear word happens, it's just me going.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have to worry about
They were
demonetization.
practice.
We'll
Phil,
just
go
have
ahead.
you like
Go ahead. Well, go ahead.
Motherfucker.
That was pretty good. Well done, gentlemen.
You also have to get your toad screeched there. Ah!
All right, continuing our E3-ish coverage here. We got a bunch more games to talk about this week. Troy, we didn't get to talk about any Pokemon last week. Why don't we start off with Pokemon Pokemon news.
Okay.
Deliver the news, Troy.
Pokemon Snap. The new Pokemon Snap for Nintendo Switch.
Official
This
title.
summer, actually,
the
that's
new
out.
Pokemon Snap. Fuck you, Nintendo. Fuck you in every naming convention you've ever fucking had.
Wait, is that actually the name?
It has actually the name, the new Pokemon Snap.
Not even just new.
So-
it is the new.
When it gets
It
like
might
new
just be
super, like
new.
new Super Mario Bros.
Exactly.
Like that. Like what
new
the fuck,
Pokemon
man?
Snap. It's
Or
not
nude
Pokemon
3DS.
Switch Snap.
It's not nude Pokemon.
Dude,
Snap.
Pokemon.
Man, Pokemon Snap Triple X. Play that one. There'll be mods, man. I mean, come on.
There'll be mods. Oh, jeez.
No,
You hentai lovers out there.
don't want that at all. It's just an on-rails Pokemon sex dungeon. Oh, boy.
It's like that.
Now you're getting into some Skyrim mods.
It's like Stanley from The Office when he's like talking about hentai.
Maybe I
Like,
do
it's
want
called
that.
hentai. It's art. Fucking Pokemon Snap.
Right.
There you go.
It's art.
It's art.
So Pokemon Snap is coming to Nintendo Switch, Troy.
Yes.
But from the reveal that we got at the Pokemon event, it looks like more or less a remake?
no.
No?
No.
I thought it looked like the very first level that you play. I thought,
I mean, it probably resembles it,
okay.
but it's got all the new Pokemon in it, or a
Oh,
bunch
of course,
new
of course.
Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm not going to say, yeah.
It's not like, I mean, from what I've seen of it, it looks way different. Like,
Okay.
it looks
yeah,
like it's a
it
different
doesn't look
island.
like an on-rail shooter where you take pictures. Yes, it does. It looks the exact same. What are you talking about?
But it's a different levels. It's not a remake. It's a
But
new
it's
game.
not way different. That's
know what I-
basically the same
You know
thing.
what I want to spend my time doing?
Go ahead.
Stalking Pokemon and taking pictures of them.
I want to watch them make babies.
Wonderful.
You're in luck. I have a game for you.
No way. No fucking way. You don't do anything with a Pokemon except take pictures of them?
Yep.
You throw
I'm
stuff
sold.
at them.
You can
Fucking
be
sold.
You can be Todd, the photographer. Todd.
Yes, Todd.
That was his name in the first game.
Like a motherfucker named Todd.
My name is Todd,
That's
and
my
all I
brother's
do all
name.
day is take pictures of Pokemons because I don't have a life. My mother threw me out into the streets, and I found this camera, and all I get to do is go around on this track in circles and take pictures of Pokemon fucking. So I'm going to sell them.
Also known as Pokemon Snap. Triple X.
I'm sorry, but I'm excited for this game.
It's
So,
cool. It's kind of cool that they're going back
It's-
to it. And I mean, it wasn't
was
it like
such a fun
strangely
game.
big.
It's
Like it was a big game at
it's
the time.
It was
Big.
a huge game at the time.
I'm on my way. I'll make
So
Are they going to have like elements where you use the Switch to like
I'm
look
sure
around?
you use at least a Joy-Con.
Fuck that.
It's gonna be motion controls for
There's
sure.
nothing I hate more than trying to play a game in bed when I have to fucking roll the fuck over. Fucking
Jigglypuff. Shit. I'm sorry, honey.
she put you to
Keep
sleep.
kicking your wife.
Oh, I gotta catch this Pokemon. I gotta lay fucking
So-
faces down.
Snorlax.
Just so you know, playing the Switch in bed is a bad idea anyways because you hold that 15-pound thing.
Oh,
over your
yeah,
head
it's
and then fall
It's
asleep.
heavy.
I will say though, it's not bad with the grip thing that I have.
I still would drop it when I fall asleep playing the game and it hits me in the face.
I need to
it
get.
hurts.
I need to make it hang from my ceiling somehow.
Just get some fishing wire.
Okay.
Where can I find some fishing wire?
You could just hook it up to your
Pokemon
TV. But
So yeah, it looks very similar to
Yes.
the N64 game, Pokemon Snap, and they have not done a Pokemon Snap since N64.
No.
There's only been the
the
N64
one.
game. So is this game for millennials?
Or
Am
is
I
it
a
for
millennial?
Gen Z?
Yes, we are millennials.
then yes.
Troy.
Yes it is. And little kids.
Yeah.
Millennials.
It's
and
for
little-
Gen Z.
millennials with kids, right?
Millennials and Gen
That's
Z.
just what it's for?
Yes.
In whatever.
I love this game as a kid, Timmy. Now we can play it together.
My son's name is Emmett, but I will say the same exact thing.
He wasn't acting as you, but yeah. Now you made him seem like a dick friend.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that kid's name again?
Timmy, right? Default to Timmy.
Is it a boy or a gal? Which one?
Oh, that was needed. I feel better. My son's name is
I was just saying that
yeah.
I will say the same exact thing.
Yeah.
My son's name is Emmett. So
So, do you think that, like, are you excited to play this with Emmett?
Yes.
Like,
as excited as I was to play Minecraft Dungeons with Emmett, I'm excited to play this game with Emmett.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
Are you excited to play it with him or just also to play it? Like, what are you more excited for?
With him.
With him?
With
Okay.
him.
Would you not be as excited if it wasn't?
I'd still be probably as excited as I am, but that's because I'm a Pokemon nerd.
Yeah.
And that was one of my favorite games as a kid. Was Pokemon Snap. I put so many hours into that game.
I hope it lives up. Like, it's not just a little cheap thing that they just throw
It's
out,
gonna be the same exact game, but with new mechanics.
and look prettier.
Definitely look prettier. The Joy-Con motion control thing, I think I will really like if they do that. If not, it'll be fine with the. Nope. I gotta
No,
It'll be fine. Nope.
I gotta buy a controller. Fuck those Joy-Cons. Because trying to aim a camera with Joy-Cons would be bad.
Yeah.
It's already bad.
Yeah.
I still haven't got mine back from being fixed yet.
Wow. Mine came back.
I didn't send mine to Nintendo.
Okay, that's a problem. That's probably why you haven't gotten it back yet. Somebody else has your Joy-Cons now.
It's the dude down the road.
Yeah.
He fixed my controller though. So
Gotcha. So yeah, I think Pokemon Snap looks really cool, but
excited.
in the original game, Troy, did you ever make it past like level 4? I'm pretty sure the level 4 would be about as far as I ever made it.
Level 4.
I finished the game.
Did you
multiple
really?
times.
God, I'm such a fucking pussy. Why was I never able to finish games
finally
as a kid?
admitted it.
I mean, I still don't like. I'm not great at finishing
Like-
games still, but like, especially as a kid,
I
I was the
completed-
fucking worst.
Completed all the
I was too.
Pokemon
I don't blame you.
Pokedex challenges.
No,
Everything.
no, didn't do any of that.
All the secrets where you gotta like catch these Pokemon that are like, or catch pictures of these Pokemon that are like hiding, and you gotta get them to come out.
I remember going to GameSpot's website
Yeah.
and looking up guides,
Yes.
like user-written guides,
Yes.
and downloading. I guess they were like they weren't even PDFs; they're like rich text files. And following the
Notepad.
guides, yeah,
It was
no, it was Notepad, yeah,
Notepad
yeah.
files.
Thank you.
No.
And I will probably have to do that again.
Yeah.
So here we are,
I want.
2020. Ryan can't beat
there's a-
Pokemon Snap.
You think there's a Pokemon Snap on like a mod for it so you can play on PC?
Oh,
talked
the
about mods
emulator.
earlier.
What are you talking about?
Like where you can use the mouse though.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, that's an
100%
old enough
sure.
game.
Yeah,
that would
absolutely.
shock me if not.
Can I borrow somebody's computer?
No.
You can borrow my one that I'm
Ryan
not
said I
using
can.
for my stream.
Ryan said I can. Yeah, Pokemon Snap looks super cool. I was surprised by the announcement for sure. I didn't think we were going to get a Pokemon game this year. And
Tomorrow that we get more news.
yeah,
on?
26th, 24th or 26th, something like that.
Yeah.
That they're going to do another Pokemon Direct, basically. And I am really happy that we did not get an announcement of another official Pokemon game.
We will
Like-
tomorrow.
I hope not, Troy. Don't ruin my dreams.
We're gonna get a Let's Go.
Ruin your
Life.
dreams.
Okay, so here's my issue. Is that they are not even done releasing DLC for the last Pokemon game,
won't
and
be
they're
done
going
until
to
winter.
talk about a new Pokemon game. I
Yeah.
don't want Pokemon 2020, just like I didn't want Call of Duty 2020. I'm still playing Modern Warfare.
Welcome to gaming.
Fuck
you get
you.
like 2 months. I mean, it's completely changed to the fact that it's like you get season passes and talking about the DLC months before the game's even released, and it's like, why? And it's like because games now have like a month of their life basically. I mean, after a
Right.
month, they just dead.
Yeah.
So like,
When was the last time you played Animal Crossing?
I still play it consistently.
Oh,
'Cause,
no.
I mean, it's Animal
So does my
Crossing.
stepdad. I went
Who
to
still
visit
has
him
your
for Father's
Switch?
Day, and he was playing Switch when I walked in, bro. Dude's playing Animal Crossing all the time. He doesn't play video games.
That's amazing.
He's still playing Animal on my Switch. Part of me just like I almost forgot to get him something for Father's Day. His brother's
Right.
like, hey, happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
Happy fucking Switch.
Boom, you're ready to
Shit.
go.
Boom, you're ready to go. He's planning on buying one. It's just he can't.
Yeah,
so I'm
they're
like,
still sold
I'm not
out.
playing it.
Yeah, just
I
like
kinda miss it.
webcams.
I miss it
Can't buy
though because
webcam.
I do want to play Minecraft Dungeons in bed.
Yeah.
Like, that's something I want to do.
So Troy, you think the Pokemon thing that we see will be Pokemon 2020, whatever that ends up being?
Okay, it won't be. It'll be a Pokemon game, but it'll be a Pokemon remaster game like Let's Go. It'll be
Okay.
It'll be Let's Go Johto region. So Gen 2.
But they already came out and said they weren't making any more Let's Go games.
It won't be.
Come on, Bum.
What about like a new arena?
Everybody, let's go.
Yeah, what
arena
like Pokemon
fighter.
Arena Fighter would be
Stadium
good.
is-
Stadium?
Yeah, stadium. That's
Yep.
what I mean.
Coliseum?
Like arena fighter. I mean,
I mean, that'd be really cool, but I don't think they'll do that again.
Do you?
As bad as that sounds.
So what if? Okay.
I think it'll be another Let's Go game. Maybe it won't be called Let's Go, but it'll be a remake of an older Pokemon game.
we're not gonna do any more Let's Go games. So here's Go Let's.
And it might just be
It's just
a
Let Go.
remake of
Pokemon : Let Go.
It might
Now, Let's
be-
Go. We already gone.
Take it and you drop it.
It might-
Pokemon, let go.
Oh my god, I'm trying to say something.
Sorry. Go ahead, Troy.
If
Yeah, so
You have the floor, good sir.
dang it. I think it might be a remake or revamp of maybe Heart or Gold and Silver,
Okay.
like a Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but in 3D graphics
Right.
instead of 2D top down.
treaty.
How many times can they keep going back to that well, though? Like they've already re-released Gold and Silver.
I will go back to that well as many times.
That's how it was
as
with
they sell
Alpha,
it, buddy.
Alpha, Sapphire to Mega Ruby is just Pokemon Sapphire, Pokemon Ruby, and now they remade those.
But
made them 3D.
that's what Heart Gold and Soul Silver was.
they already did it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that would be
So
three.
be three.
That'd
yeah.
be a third.
No, they
a
should
remake.
They're not
They
gonna
will.
do that. No.
They will.
Why?
I would believe that he's
Why?
right.
Why?
Because
It's Pokemon.
it is, that generation in general is just
I mean, it's the
so-
best generation.
It's so good.
Yeah, for sure. I would probably buy a remake of Pokemon Silver. Like,
Yes.
as much as I hate you for saying that, like, I would probably buy a remake of Silver.
I would.
Fuck, I'm the worst.
I mean, I'd definitely get
God
gold,
damn it. Yeah, I mean, I had Silver, so I would get Silver for sure.
My first Game Boy that was mine and not a hand-me-down was the teal Game Boy Color with Pokemon Gold.
The first one I got to play was Pearl when I was allowed to, finally.
All right.
And then I lost it.
That evolution thing is rough on you, huh?
For
I had
some
fun.
people.
I had a lot of fun.
No, I'm
like,
just
this
saying,
game's
like,
great.
like you couldn't play it because of the evolution thing, or what was the reasoning behind it? Just out of curiosity.
My parents were like real strict for a while, and then they decided to lighten up when we became
Well,
teenagers.
fuck it. Is that what it was?
That's how. That's what
Kind
happened to my
of.
parents.
Yeah.
I mean, like the
Ditto.
Pokemon kind of strict Christian parents, and then they like realized that everything is not so evil. Where it's like Pokemon's the devil. It's just a card game.
Right.
Same thing
But
with,
it
like,
means
Harry
pocket
Potter.
monster. It's Mark of
Yeah.
the Beast. Whatever. Pokemon.
And now
I
my
think
now my
It's-
my par-
Pokemon is the Antichrist.
What was your mom had an issue with Pokemon? What
Your mom had an
the
issue.
evolution thing?
Evolution.
God.
No, it was never evolution. It was just that article that when the movie came out and it was like Pokemon's the devil, and then it's like
Yeah. Animal abuse. Animal neglect.
Hey, there's still people doing that though.
yeah.
Sorry if we offend any of you people out there.
I'm not.
But then again,
All right.
yeah.
So let's move on real quick. Anything more to say about Snap or
No.
Pokemon
I do
the
have
next remake.
some
Yeah.
Pokemon Go news.
okay?
You can buy your Go Fest ticket, and it's a digital ticket. You can play Go Fest anywhere. It's only $15, which is pretty good.
Yeah, sure.
You can do that event anywhere in the world and compete. Or
So it's basically a online event.
online event.
Okay.
Yes. And they'll have live streams and stuff where you can go to places, but they're trying not to do that because of the COVID
Right,
stuff.
right.
I'm excited. And there was something. What was the other thing they announced?
Pokemon Smile. I've been playing Pokemon Smile.
Have you? I haven't
Hell
got to play
yeah.
it yet.
Dude, it's so good.
Yes.
What
it's
is that?
so good.
It teaches you to
Pokemon.
brush your teeth. Like it gets you to brush your teeth for a certain amount of time.
So it
I want to.
It uses your phone's camera. You use your phone's camera, and you have to put. You have to pick your favorite Pokemon at the beginning. There's only like 5 to choose
Yeah.
from, and they're little like chibi drawings of Pokemon, so they don't even look like It's like Squirtle, Charmander,
Squirtle.
Bulbasaur, Pikachu, and Eevee, I think are the 5. And so when you have your phone pointed at you, your picked Pokemon, the one that you've chosen, is on your head.
Yep.
And it's sitting on your head as a hat. So you've got a Poke hat. And then like you're in the screen and it's mostly your head. And then rounding the screen is a set of upper teeth and a set of lower teeth as viewed from the back of a throat. So you see like the back set of the bottom teeth and the back set of top teeth.
Yeah.
And those teeth are covered in purple grime. So the Pokemon Smile app helps you to spend your time in each quadrant of your mouth cleaning the grime off of the virtual teeth, thusly helping you clean your teeth in real life.
Because it follows what you do as you brush.
Yes. Yep.
So my question then, is Pokemon going to be what privatizes world peace?
I hope so.
Because, I mean, when Pokemon Go first came out, the entire world changed.
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone was in the park, and you just go up to a stranger and be like, are you on yellow, blue, what?
Right.
Nah, man, I'm just here dealing, bro. What do you mean?
Sweet, let me buy some.
What you mean, bro? I'm dealing weed. I ain't dealing Pokemon. What's up with that?
I got some Bulbasaur over here. You want some Bulbasaur?
Some Bulbasaur.
Yeah, bro, I got that Bulbasaur on the deal.
They just have to keep, now they're going to teach us to brush our teeth, and it's going to work for 2 months. And then they're going to be like, how to shower, how to properly apply deodorant. Now conventions will stop stinking.
Yes.
How to wear your mask and not spread COVID. Just do it with Pokemon. Then everyone will be like, it's a game.
Pretty much it. Yeah. I'm
Pokemon
totally
will
in.
privatize world peace.
Yep.
I'm actually in.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I was in 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
The future is not going to be like this futuristic society. It's just going to be Pokemon
The
everywhere.
future is now, old man.
All right, let's move on from Pokemon. Pokemon Smile is cool and it's free on iOS and Android, and you should try it
Right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yep, it's down fucking.
It
down
teaches
right
you to brush your teeth.
now. Yeah.
How much could it be?
I just want to try it out. Hey,
$5.
if it's as good as they say it is.
I'm going to have me some pearly wax.
If it's as good as he said, it's okay. It's barely a game. I will say that it's barely a game.
It's more of an
It's more of a training simulator.
Welcome to Pokemon. Barely a game.
Oh, come on. All right, let's move on from that. We will move on to EA's press conference. How about that?
Shit. Shit.
So Troy,
They shit-
you and I both watched that.
They
Colin
shit to bed.
and Phil, you
What
guys
else
saw
is
some of the
new?
news about it. Yeah, so it started off really weird. Andrew Wilson was on screen and
I skipped that part.
again looked like weirdly CGI when he was talking, and he was basically like, thank you for people staying home during COVID and for sticking with us, blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of bullshit. Like, I don't
Are you
give a fuck
sure
about
he's
any of that.
not CGI?
No, I'm not.
No.
Absolutely not sure.
He might not
I like
exist.
the developer that was in his garage and he had his bike behind him with all sorts of product placement around
Yep,
it.
yep.
Like, buy one of these bikes, y'all.
Yeah, I'm sure that's real. That's his actual garage.
Behind me
out
is
here in my
that.
garage.
And then you know what I really value? These books.
Yeah.
It's knowledge. Whatever that
had a-
knowledge.
You know what
Yeah,
I appreciate more than materialistic things?
Like a
Knowledge.
mountain bike, that really expensive mountain bike, probably like $1,200. And then he had a crotch rocket right behind him too. It's like, man, that guy's got some money. He had a bright lime green toolbox. I
Yeah,
saw.
he did.
I wasn't paying attention to anything he said. I was just looking
Green.
in the background.
So it was nice to have the developers on to talk about their games, though. I thought they did a decent job, for the most part, except for that guy. So Andrew Wilson was totally unbelievable as a real thinking and feeling human being. And then they had the guy from Respawn on there, and I don't know how many takes that was, but holy shit, that could have used another pass through.
Whoa.
Like, just did not look like he wanted to be there or did not have any energy delivering the stuff. It was clear he was reading it. And if that was take 30, I want to see take 1. Holy shit, that was rough. So they talked about some news about Apex Legends, new season coming out, and some cool things that they're doing
It's already out.
in Apex Legends. Yeah,
It's all live now.
Yeah, it was one of those deals where they're just like, okay, here it is, and here it is.
Yes.
So that was fine. Like, I'm not an Apex Legends fan, but it's cool that they're still doing stuff with that and being inventive with that game. And then they talked about a couple of indie games that I thought were really cool. The one that really got me, though, was Lost in Random. So
I love the developers for this game. Like, he was like, and I have my little minion, this guy. And then it was a dude that just had a ponytail.
It was like two dudes, and one of them is this Viking motherfucker with a ponytail. Yeah. It was really, really cool.
They're weird dudes.
Yes, they're weird dudes.
Making a weird game.
So it looks like a Tim Burton film, basically.
Sure does.
Put into a video game. And I'm pretty into it. I'll pull up this trailer for you guys really quick. And we can just kind of, it's not very long, but it starts off and you are a character in the game and you are being followed around by a rolling dice.
No, it's a walking dice.
Oh,
I
sorry,
find Pedro with the dice.
a walking dice. And it has it has sentience, the dice does.
He goes, wait.
Yeah, and it doesn't actually talk.
That's always nice.
Does he help you?
So it's by he helps you. So your character, his purpose in life, or her purpose in life rather, is to cause chaos in the world. Because everything is structured in this world. So you and the dice
Are the
randomness of the world. And the art style looks really, really cool. They didn't show a huge amount of gameplay elements. There's a couple of gameplay segments just trickled in this trailer.
There's a gameplay trailer as well.
Is there? Okay. Well, I'll put that in the video version of this podcast then, because the reveal trailer was the only one that I've watched. But I just really, really love the art style. I think it's super, super cool.
That look really cool.
Definitely looks like. Did you guys ever see Frankenweenie?
Yeah. I never watched it, but I'm familiar with the art style.
Yeah. So this looks very much like the art style in
It
Frankenweenie.
reminds me of Coraline.
Coraline, and that's
claymation.
the same. Yeah.
Close to claymation, but also like not.
Yeah.
More like.
Almost a stop motion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I was asked, I was like, Tim Burton live action or Jack Skellington?
Yes, more like Jack Skellington for sure.
Yeah.
And I think,
Some of the bad guys look like they're from Nightmare Before Christmas.
and it has, like you said, really unique art style. It's made by it's made by the same studio, the same guys that made Faye. Did you guys ever play Faye?
F-E-Y, Faye.
F-E. It's just the full title.
I don't think I've heard of that.
So it was an EA original. It's one of the games that came out, I think it came out 2 or 3 years ago, under EA's EA original title. And it's like their indie development arm, basically. So they're giving indie people some money to develop games. And
They put out a clip.
Faye was one of those
You mean
games.
Iron?
I mean, it's just F-E. That is the abbreviation for Iron. I have no idea if
They
it
had a
has to do
whole
with that or
clip
not.
of animated people that are developers being like, they just let us do whatever we want.
Yeah, it actually reminded me of like everything that the developers that are now working for Microsoft are saying.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's actually pretty cool working for Microsoft because it's pretty hands off.
We just
they
do
just
what I
keep
want.
paying us and we keep making games.
Yeah.
The right way to do it.
Yeah, for sure. That is absolutely.
But I don't think that's
and
what
Sony's
EA
been
is
doing that a
doing.
long time. I mean, who knows if those guys
paid
were
them
being
to say
honest
that.
or not.
They pay us so well, please. They'll chop off our arms.
But yeah, Lost in Random looks really cool. I don't think we had any sort of release date. It just says 2021 here, so it won't be out at any time this year. Yeah, pretty excited about that.
Looks cool.
Interesting.
What about you, Troy? You got anything to say about the EA press conference?
Skate 4.
Skate 4? Okay.
That was the
All
one
right.
thing I had seen like on Twitter randomly was that.
That they're making Skate. That literally, that's it. It was just 2 developers being like, bro, Skate.
That was it.
Remember that?
Isn't it just
We're
announced?
making it.
just announced.
Yeah, so
Because you guys tweeted so much, we're gonna make this game.
let me
Not because of
They better
Tony
bring
Hawk.
back. They better bring back My Name Is Earl. Whatever.
Yeah.
that guy's real
Yeah.
name.
He
He
was
used
the
to actually
coach.
skate in real life.
Yeah.
Like he actually once was a skater.
Yeah, he's
like,
a
before he
professional
became an
Ethan
actor.
Suplee or
No,
the other guy?
The guy.
Jason Lee.
Really?
Yeah, he used to be a
That's
skater.
awesome.
Mhm. So he was the coach in one of the games. I think it was the first or second one.
No, he's in the he
Or
was in the
third one.
third one at least.
They
'cause
better
that's the
bring
one
him
I
back because
played.
he's actually hilarious.
That's
in
pretty
that
cool.
game.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah,
just
Jason Lee is
insults
funny.
you while you're training. He's just like, "That's terrible. Get."
Oh my God.
And it was
Annoying, but
amazing. It was
funny at the same
amazing.
time.
So yeah,
That game.
EA put out a video saying that they are making Skate 4. We have no information on a release date. We have no gameplay. We just had
Not even a screenshot.
not even a screenshot, not even a fucking logo.
They-
We
They just took a screenshot
They
of Skate
literally, yeah, and crossed it out and put Skate 4. So they literally just had the two of the developers on screen saying,
wearing skate merch.
"Yep, skate merch. Yo, bro, we're making Skate 4." And that was pretty much it.
They were not that excited. They were like, bro,
We haven't even started producing it
we're gonna
yet.
make
Yeah.
skate again.
And they said the words, "You have tweeted this into existence." I think you mentioned
Yes.
that just a second ago, Troy. So according to EA and the now developers of Skate 4, they are making this game because the community has pushed for it for so long. Now, as we talked about briefly before we went on air,
Yeah.
my question to you guys was, does Skate 4 get made if Tony Hawk doesn't get remade? So if we did not get an announcement from Activision about the Tony Hawk remake, do we see an announcement for Skate 4 during EA Play 2020?
We probably
No.
wouldn't have gotten a talk about it. Eventually we would got a skate.
You think so?
We would have got a skate.
I don't
either way.
know. Because there's buzz. Because
But,
everybody
like,
loves
I mean,
the old. So
Either way, though, eventually because of how popular that what do you call it? The IP is for skate.
I mean, wasn't Skate back on PS3 and 360? Wasn't that the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was no.
It's been-
no. They're
But-
skipping Xbox One. Going
Because
like,
Yeah.
they're just
yeah,
skipping.
they
They skipped that gen. This
but that
current
game
gen.
was so big and popular that they're gonna remake it.
So they did.
Well, this isn't a remake.
the-
Well, I mean, they're making it again, making it more. They
They're
didn't
making-
call it Skate 4.
Yeah. They did.
I don't know why
No.
they stopped.
They just
because-
said we're making skate.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why they stopped
man.
because in reality, like that game was an amazing idea.
Yeah.
Like originally, it was just like the Tony Hawk games, and you just press buttons. But this one actually has like different mechanics. You have to like almost like combo moves. Like
Yeah.
you have to like flick the analog stick a certain way, and
Well,
like
it's more like
it
a
was-
decent simulator, not just
yeah,
arcade.
like the mechanics in it were just fantastic.
Yes.
It was just overall a great game, and I don't know why they didn't keep making them because I would have kept buying.
3 didn't sell well.
3 sold great.
I loved 3.
Yeah, according
when
to
they
the
brought in-
article that I read, 3 reviewed well and it sold really well, but they just canned it.
That's crazy.
They stopped.
So I don't know.
Such a great idea. Like,
because I think it was because skateboarding kind of dropped in popularity at that moment. Like they were making skate and it did great, but there was no more talk of what is what are these crazy skateboarders gonna do next? Like these big jumps that they were doing at the end of that game,
yeah.
and they're nothing. They just kind of
I mean, I guess it's
Stop.
good they didn't milk it to death and people
Yes.
want it. Now they're going to get another one.
I feel like
7
they're
years
targeting it towards millennials, though. I don't think this is something that the
Yeah.
younger generation is going
Right,
to catch on to.
right.
It's definitely for the older generation. Like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, like really? Like that's definitely not targeted towards kids at all. That's like definitely like you're like freaking.
you're gonna
fan
play as
service.
Bob
Right,
Burnquist.
really.
It has been 10 years.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought they said 8 or 10 years for sure since the last skate. So yeah, that's cool. I mean, sure, bring more skate. I like skateboarding. I like skateboarding games.
Skateboarding's hot on the news for video games right now.
Yeah, for sure. But that's my prediction. Had they not Activision not came out and said that they were remaking Tony Hawk, we don't get another skate. And I mean, EA has spent so much time just completely squandering their IP that everyone likes.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to turn that boat around. Like what they have already committed to this path. Fuck you. I want a new Dead Space, but I'm not going to get one because EA is sitting on a mountain of great IP and they will just keep releasing sports games.
That first Dead Space,
It's so good.
Magic, man.
It's fucking magic. Absolutely.
Play
That for me
game.
was like the feeling of when you first play Resident Evil 4.
Play that
when you're
game
that
in the
age.
dark
Yeah.
with Astros on.
That's what I did.
I did that. Yeah.
Whew. I was
Headphones.
trying
You
to. I
have
was
to have
trying
the
to
headphones,
platinumize it. Oh,
Have to have the headphones. I played for 20 minutes, maybe a half an hour. Was like, fuck this, turned every light in the house on and was like, hey, can you come over and watch me play this game?
Yeah.
The game was creepy.
That game is creepy for sure.
I didn't ever play it until Ryan gave it to me,
Yeah.
actually.
I mean, that's
and I was like,
fucking
dude,
phenomenal.
this is creepy.
It is. So yeah, EA came out and said, that's kind of a little bit of news here. EA came out and said they are making more sports games.
Yeah.
So they are doubling down on their sports licenses. So the main three that they have now are Madden, FIFA, and NHL.
Probably gonna do like golf and stuff like MLB.
So
I don't think they can do it.
PlayStation has the
MLB,
rights to
yeah.
MLB
the
for a
show.
simulation game. Exactly.
Or it's something else now.
the show.
Yeah, it's the show.
Something like that.
Because it's the show because Xbox is something different.
So they are going to make new UFC and golf games, among other things.
I will
Nice.
play a new
So-
UFC games are fun and golf games. I like
I
both.
love
of those.
golf games.
And NHL, golf, and UFC are my top three favorites. Sorry,
you know,
that's like
PlayStation also has a
like
pretty
NFL.
good golf game with The Last of Us 2.
Are they? Is EA doing? Is EA still doing NCAA? Like I know they were bringing it back, but I don't know. Like if
I
that's
mean,
involved
Well,
with that.
I mean,
they had the rights to it, but I don't know if that.
No, they said it was coming back. Let me go ahead and look.
Yeah,
it up
but
real quick.
because they were
Google search.
trying to figure out how much they were going to pay players
Yeah.
and when that was going to happen and stuff like that. They were in talks to make that happen, but I don't think it would be NCAA because they have to pay the NCAA for those license, like that name. So I think it would just be college football 2020 or whatever, like college football 2021, maybe something like that.
Sports Illustrated said NCAA football game inside the hurdles to a return, which was in May 5th, 2020.
Yeah.
Sports
Okay.
Illustrated
Yeah.
released that. So it looks
That's
like
fairly
they
recent.
are, but we just don't know when it'll be.
they don't know
Right.
yet.
So
So yeah, during their press conference, they did a bit of a sizzle reel for their sports games.
Madden and FIFA.
None of that looked good.
Bullshit.
Like,
bullshit.
Yeah, it doesn't.
looked like current gen.
yeah, exactly.
I didn't think it looked
agree.
good at all.
well, you got to think about it. They're making the same games every year, just upping the graphics slightly.
Yeah.
I
making
know
it
that, but
harder
you've
to get
got-
the characters
You've
you
got
want.
new,
So Ryan,
you
I
got
will
new
send this-
hardware. Like unlock the potential.
Yeah, but people still buy it.
I know.
Same game.
I
They
know.
don't
I
have
know.
Because it's updated stats. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
They just want
This
the
guy
stats
threw
of the
one more
current team.
football. Ooh, new game.
Yeah, because they actually keep the stats of whatever year it was. That's the stats of that team. And it updates too as it goes on.
Yeah.
Does it matter
It's like
though?
your
'Cause
team
you
can
still
actually
have
get
to
worse.
pay to unlock packs to get them. So it's like, oh, his stats are so good. Cool. You're never gonna play as them unless
Just
you give me
that-
$1,000.
That was the ultimate team stuff. The regular team stuff
Yeah.
isn't paid like that.
Like just playing.
Don't
the
give
game.
them ideas.
Just
You're the one doing it.
yeah, you're the one doing it. Thinking it's all it's just a pay to play game.
What do you
Or
got?
he's like, the Idiot Savants says it's good. Now everything.
What do you got, Troy?
So I took a screenshot of some of the YouTube comments,
Okay.
and Mario Rinaldi said, "This was just an introduction. You can see the full and real conference if you spend some FIFA points."
Not bad.
Patrick Ellison said, "This was an enormous waste of time."
Yep.
When I got to the part where they showed Madden and FIFA, I got so frustrated I started laughing and I thought, why do I do this to myself? Mars said, I bet EA will put microtransactions in games that don't need them somehow, like Skate 4 or Star Wars Squadrons.
Oh, bro.
They're just that type of company.
That's true.
You can play as Bam Margera in Skate 4. He left Tony.
You
Hawk.
want Jason Lee back? You
if
gotta pay
with
for him.
FIFA
Yes.
points.
Yes.
They're gonna give you coaches now that you have to open with packs.
Fucking A.
Here's your coach pack.
So yeah, none of the sports stuff I thought looked any good at all, and I actually do like Madden. Like I am a fan of football games.
I wish it was a
I wish it was a better game,
college football game would
Right.
be better.
but
I
fucking
had fun with the old ones. I used to play one on the 64 whenever I would go to a
NFL quarterback
There's
club
also
98.
NFL Blitz too.
Blitz is good.
Dude, that was fun.
Blitz and what was the other
What's
one?
the league?
Yeah, and Blitz the League.
I think
Yeah.
there's also NHL Hits. That was one
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, that was a good
And
one.
then there was a
good one.
baseball one, I think.
They don't make
more
arcade
like-
sports games anymore. Like I would
I
take an NFL Blitz
I miss NASCAR.
or even just Blitz the League 3.
Well, I mean, they made like NBA Jam, which is like more. It's kind of arcadey, but it wasn't like the same.
It was 100% an arcade
Yeah,
game.
for
yeah,
sure.
but like not like NFL Blitz or
It
anything
was.
like that.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's like it was a side-scrolling thing.
well, it's
NFL
just
Blitz still
basketball.
plays.
Like
Yeah, I know.
basketball's
Still,
a different
yeah.
how they chose to depict it.
But yeah, it's definitely a arcade game. I miss the NASCAR arcade game where you could shoot the bullets out of the front
Oh
and
my
make them
gosh.
wreck.
What?
It was such
And
a
Mad Max.
It was
so stupid.
it was a cheat code, and then you could shoot these little like it was
Up, down,
just
left, right, B, A, B, A, start.
It was just a ball that shot out of the front of your car, and you could just spam this button, and then make the cars in front of you wreck.
That's real dumb.
And it was like I think it was like NASCAR '95 or
Yeah.
something.
My favorite one.
NASCAR.
I know, it's my favorite one. All right, let's move on from that sports stuff. Stupid sports stuff.
Stupid
All right,
sports.
we have some Star Wars news from the EA
Yeah.
press conference. Colin, why don't you take that
Star
away?
Wars freaking Squadrons.
Woo! Yeah! Yeah!
Just lit, kind of. I don't know if it's just gonna be a Battlefront 2 port.
Well,
you
that's
know, just
basically
from the
what they
space
said,
battles.
right? Like they said right in the press conference that they more or less pulled this mode from Battlefront, and they are making it a standalone game.
It'll be a story.
I mean,
though.
it'll still have a story and everything.
Right.
I guess so. I think it'll
sides.
still be
Oh
really cool.
boy, it's gonna have a story. Oh,
Aren't
You play as Anakin Skywalker while he wasn't with Padme.
okay.
okay.
so we get to be him for like a
Just kidding.
year.
That was a joke. No, it looks pretty cool. I mean, they also displayed some VR stuff, so you actually fly in VR
Yes.
in Star Wars. That's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So you walk into the wall.
They were going into detail about the team at Motive that made this game and how everybody on this team is so super nerdy about Star Wars. One of them, as a teenager or college age kid, built a cockpit of an X-Wing in his garage.
Wow.
Like life size, sit in it and fly the X-Wing.
That's
They
badass.
have that. They have something like that at Dave and Buster's, like where you sit in it
Yes.
and you actually
Yeah,
fly the ship.
yeah,
Dude, it's so
yeah.
fun.
That's
If you guys
a-
haven't been
that's a
there,
good
you got to
one.
try
That's
it.
a good
I don't know
one.
how
Dave
they're
and
open with all the COVID stuff, but yeah, definitely try that out.
So they came out and said that this game will be cockpit view only.
Yep.
So you cannot play outside of the
I like that.
ship.
So it's
Can't
first
play
person
third
only.
person.
First person
Yeah.
only
Which I
in the
like.
cockpit view, which I like. They talked about some of the cool maneuvers that you can do in the ship.
Yeah.
So the one developer, when he was on, he talked about like jetting forward, killing your engines, and doing like a 10-8 or the 180 flip backwards and shooting the person behind you. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Oh, you can't
It's
do
like
that in
a Top
space,
Gun
though.
move.
Yeah, it's a space move.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because an object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon another
I'm just
force.
telling you, it's
Because if
fucking
you shut
Star
off
Wars,
your engine,
man.
you're gonna keep going straight.
It's fucking Star Wars. They can
All
do
right.
whatever they want.
Right.
Hyperdrive.
They decide when they do follow the laws and when they don't.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Very true.
Rogue One when
Very
the tiny little thing T-bones the big one.
Like
It
when
just
they're
works
when
'cause
they're
it's in
inside that
space.
giant worm. I'm like, really? Those masks are gonna keep you from dying from
Yeah.
space? Okay.
So yeah, Squadrons looks cool. It's a $40 standalone game.
Which is crazy for EA to say I made a $40 game.
Right, like
It's not even going to be a $60 game. It's going to have story, it's going to have multiplayer, but it's only $40.
I mean, what do you think the story's going to be like 4 hours long?
I mean, there's the bad side and the good side, so at least
So you get
4
2
hours
hours of
long?
each?
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
hours.
I'd say
Honestly,
1
when that's-
hour back and forth.
No, you know
good
dang
side,
well-
bad side, good side,
You
bad
know,
side.
dang
I mean,
well
it
they're
is
gonna have
EA.
DLC. They're
Yeah, I
gonna
know.
have DLC. They're gonna release more content
Yep.
for it. Oh my
So
god.
they talked about this game not being a live game. It's not a games as a service game. So it will release. It will not have microtransactions.
Oh.
They didn't talk about DLC. It will have a multiplayer component and a single player component, and that's pretty much it. So you'll be able to do multiplayer dogfights in several different arenas. And
need to
then
add pod racing.
they did not show pod racing, but I would totally be in for that.
Just a side note here, Nintendo also announced Episode 1 Racing, which is pod racing. They remastered it, the original pod racing video game. And now it's on Switch, and it is multiplayer.
What?
In split screen.
That's not true.
I just showed. That's what I was
Is
trying
that
to
what you were
show
showing me? Okay.
No
It's
way.
off screen. I didn't know what the
How
fuck
much
that
is
was.
it? Can I
Star Wars
buy it right
Episode 1
now?
Racer is what it's called. Look
Can I
at
buy it right now?
Man, I used to play that
Yeah,
all the
can
time
we-
as a kid.
Actually,
We might have to take a break.
It's a launch trailer. But look at this. Unlock
Is
it.
it launched?
You can
Okay.
upgrade your ships.
No.
Yeah, it's the 64 game, but remastered.
Yeah, complete in split screen. Compete in split screen.
complete.
That probably would be worth it to get on the
Oh,
Switch.
I played so much of that game, and that game ran like dog shit on the N64.
It did.
So I hope it runs better on the
Available
Switch.
now. It is available.
I mean,
now.
Available now.
It
Breaking
ran,
news.
It ran super good on the computer.
Oh, I'm sure.
I played
Yeah.
that so much as
Throw
a
more
kid.
horsepower at it. Yeah, for sure.
I just always remember I'll always remember Watto just walk around going,
Well, that's cool.
And
My brother can do a really good Watto impression. It's actually really scary.
We'll have to get him on.
Gosh.
that's what my dad does.
Great.
That's,
Do his
that's
Watto.
my dad's favorite character.
So I didn't think that Squadrons looked good at
Only
all.
$15.
That's not bad. I didn't think
buying
Squadrons.
Racing, not Squadrons.
Yeah.
So you guys
sorry.
know.
I didn't.
Squadrons is $40?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yes.
Ryan?
Squadrons is $40. I did not think a lot of that game looked enticing at all until they talked about it being in VR, only first person
Which
cockpit.
you want to experience.
Like,
Like everybody wants to
That
freaking
looks.
know to
That
feel like
sounds
flying.
badass.
Yeah.
It does.
For sure.
Flipping switches in your cockpit.
Yeah, for
It's-
sure. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I wonder,
And they
I wonder
showed-
how far they're going to go with mechanics in that.
They showed some gameplay of some, like, you're in the cockpit, you have the cockpit view, and like you literally flip the switches. Like, flip the switches. Flip the switches.
Dude.
Ah! I'm in. I'm so in if you can flip the fucking switches. Yeah.
Boost.
Yes.
Especially as like a $40 standalone thing. I assume it's coming to Oculus and Steam, although they did not specify platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Presumably EA would try to make as much money as possible, so probably both.
Are you sure it's coming to Oculus?
No, I just said
Oh, you
that.
said, okay. I thought you said,
No.
you said it is.
I am not.
Okay.
I am not 100% sure on
right
VR
now it just
platforms.
says, it just says Xbox, PS4, and Steam.
That'd be
or,
cool.
or PC. I don't know if it's
It just
Steam
says
or not.
VR.
But it does
support.
say VR support, which, I mean,
If it's PSVR only.
PSVR. I know. I don't think it will be, but there's no way. It's EA. I don't know. They have to, like you said, they're going to get their money. So they're going to release it on PC.
That's what I would think.
for Steam.
For sure.
If not, somebody's going to mod it or something. I don't know. It's got to be a way. People are already modding Battlefront 2. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to happen.
Yeah. We can move on from that stuff, probably. Let's see here. Crash Bandicoot was also revealed. I am.
About time.
Thank you, Troy. Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time, was revealed. I just saw a smattering of news. I didn't even watch the trailer. This one's yours, Troy. Why don't you take it away?
Man, it looks like you're gonna play Crash. Better graphics, like the remake, which I haven't got to play yet, and I really want to. I've heard that game is way more difficult now because of the control difference and
Right.
how more precise controllers are now. That the old games are almost impossible to beat, like the way you used to beat them.
Yeah.
This one looks in like more Crash, but in new levels. You go back and I don't even remember his name. The dude with the freaking N on his forehead.
I think it's Crash Bandicoot is his name.
No, the bad guy.
Oh, I have no idea.
know.
I've never played a Crash
I played him as a
Bandicoot game.
kid, but I
Yeah.
don't
I know his name, but it's not coming to mind.
It's not Cortex, is it? I don't know. Either way, you
The bad guy.
you can play as him.
Okay.
You play as the chick Crash Bandicoot girl.
Okay.
I don't know her name neither. You get a new Ooga Booga guy, and he does. You get new powers. You can walk on walls and flip up and down. So there's different mechanics. There's still the run towards the camera. Levels.
Okay.
The sounds of it. You're running from a dinosaur, and there's lava to fall in.
Okay.
I saw surfing around nitro boxes. It looks like Crash on steroids, and I'm excited.
I mean, never having played Crash, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd be in for whatever this is.
Yeah.
So is this like a Banjo-Kazooie clone? Who is Crash supposed to be emulating?
He's Crash.
He's Crash. It's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that, but
No, he was around the same time as Banjo-Kazooie.
okay.
Yeah, it was.
I agree,
PS1
though.
game,
It is
so-
they're very comparable to me, at
Yes.
least.
Yeah, they are a very comparable thing, but just in general, it's a platformer, and it changes perspectives a lot, as you see here.
Right.
Doesn't
Even in the
seem
old
like it-
games, it did this, and the new mechanics of going up and down on the platforms, like changing gravity with your
Yeah, I would say it looks cool.
Yeah.
Like they've got a lot going on the screen here, just like a lot of different colors. And I think the art style, they brought it,
always been like that.
they brought it into the, 21st century here where I remember Crash Bandicoot looking like shit.
Yeah,
It did.
it did.
It looked like garbage.
But this looks cool.
But the colors were great even then.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
It had a good color palette. It kept you excited the whole game. It made you want to finish the game and collect all the collectibles.
Right.
These parts of the game were my favorite parts, where you're running at the camera and you don't know what's coming because it's behind you, but
Yeah.
it's really in front of your character, and you got to know what's coming and go around them.
Boy, that sounds awful.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was
Yeah, I remember
a super cool way of doing the runaway scenes in video games
Okay.
that
I gotcha.
everybody's done before.
Yeah.
You want to know the most that I've played of Crash Bandicoot? When they had it in Uncharted 4.
Okay.
I've never played
Okay.
Uncharted 4, so
Right.
or Uncharted in general.
Talk about the train scene.
No, like legitimately, it's in Uncharted 4. Drake and his wife, like they actually have a night where like she's like, I'm better at this than you. And he's like, well, let's see. And then they actually play it.
But that's
funny.
not a Sony property. That's an Activision property.
Yeah,
But it was
originally
it was
a
on
Sony property.
PlayStation and
Well, I understand that, but
didn't Naughty Dog used to work on it too?
Naughty Dog made that game.
Yeah, that's what
that
I
was
was-
Naughty
yeah.
Dog's
Okay.
game.
That's why. 'Cause Uncharted is
who's
Naughty
developing this one?
This one, I don't think it's Naughty Dog. I think it's the people who did the remasters
Oh, okay. That would make sense.
because they're good at it now.
they're good at it now.
Yeah, I mean they remade all those games, so they know how they work and know how their engine works, and maybe they can make the controls, which they did put out an update to make it control better.
Toys for Bob.
Toys for Bob.
A true sequel to 1998's Crash Bandicoot Warped.
Yes.
October 2nd, this is going to drop for $60, PS4, Xbox One.
Yeah, Naughty Dog did it from 96 to 99, so they did a
Yes.
couple of them.
Okay.
That's why it was in Uncharted.
Boy, humble beginnings for Naughty Dog, huh?
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. So the Insane Trilogy, the remaster you were talking about, Troy, sold over 10 million copies
Yeah. Yep.
as of
Same with Spyro.
February.
The
Yeah.
Spyro sold like
I want to
crazy.
play the Spyro one.
I played it. I've played.
this, yeah.
I'm probably halfway through the first game.
I want to play the ones with Elijah Wood in them.
No, you don't.
Which one's that?
You don't.
There was a couple ones on the GameCube where
Get outta here, Ryan.
voice.
I mean, it has all of them. So,
I don't think it has those because there's a bunch of them that were like the older style.
or are you talking about Skylanders?
No, I'm talking about actual Spyro. There was a Spyro game on the GameCube, a couple of them where they were a bit more updated in terms of like being more, not realistic, but they kind of changed their style. And Spyro was voiced by Elijah Wood when he's normally voiced by Tom Kenny, who did it in the first 3 or so games. But this is like they changed the style a little bit. It was like almost a spinoff, but not. Like they were trying to changing what they were doing, and then it was semi-successful.
You good over there, Ryan?
I remember that one. I think he's looking it up.
I am not looking up Spyro.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Nope.
We're looking up Spyro.
I am not.
Oh.
I am not looking up Spyro.
I keep not hearing what you're saying. It's not selective hearing. I don't know if I'm deaf. What's going on?
Looking up Spyro. Yeah, let's move on from that.
Yeah.
Good for Crash Bandicoot for getting another game again. Another game for millennials to just go ahead and blow some money on.
Yo.
But hopefully it's good. And you never want a game to suck. Yeah, let's move on to one of mine here. I am very, very excited about Ghostrunner.
Yes.
This is being made by, I think the guys are called One More Level. It's a team of 20 people.
Yep. It's a synthwave game.
Oh, it's not a synthwave game.
It's a cyberpunk game set in like a cyberpunk universe, similar to Blade Runner, that kind of style of stuff. And the IGN article described it as a cyberpunk Doom. So you don't have a gun per se. In the trailer and the gameplay reveal, mostly the guy just had a sword. But what it takes from Doom is the first-person platforming elements. Yeah. And it looks really fucking sweet. So Colin and I talked about a VR game a while back called Raw Data. And it looks to be pulling some elements from a game like that where you've got like computerized simulation stuff realized in the world. And it's in VR, and it looks like it's mostly like levels that you have to take on at any given time. So you in first-person VR try and make it through this level. Yeah, probably Portal.
I don't know if the full game will be in VR. I think it said some missions, or there's going to be missions in general that will take place in VR, but right now it just says Xbox, PlayStation 4.
Yeah, there was 3 logos on the reveal trailer. There was Xbox, Steam, and PlayStation
so it'll probably be a Steam VR
3
and PlayStation VR.
And I'll take that, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I came down and saw the gameplay running, at first I thought it was Doom. I thought you were playing Doom.
Yeah, and it looks... It
Very
looks
good graphics.
Really good.
Yeah.
One complaint that I had about some of the gameplay, though, was that, one, it looks like it moves super fast, which Doom does.
Yeah.
But, like, that in VR, I can see getting, like...
Oh, they have Doom in VR. They have Doom in VR. My brother told me it did make a motion sick.
For real?
He's tried.
Yeah.
It's just as fast-paced, so, like, you really got to get used to motion sickness before you play it.
I don't know if I
don't know
can.
if I
I'm gonna have to like pop some fucking nausine
one
or
way to
some
get used
shit
to it though is if you go to
fucking play these
go to
games.
Pavlov and just die and go to spectating mode and just fly around. You'll get used to it eventually.
Okay,
But it makes you want to throw up.
It makes you want to throw
But
up.
I used to do that. Now I'm perfectly used to it. So maybe it would actually work if I
just go die, fly around in your helmet, and then you'll be good.
I might try Doom in VR now. I think it's like the old Doom though.
It's Doom 2016 in VR.
Yeah.
That's in VR?
Yeah.
Doom VFR.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if that was in VR because I also know that they have like the original Doom in VR.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah, I'm
graphics.
not sure about that.
yeah.
The Doom
That would
VFR
make
is the
you
one.
No, that's what my brother played. Yeah, because it's super fast paced. Yeah.
But it's also like blocky, nasty looking.
Yeah, exactly.
things.
Blocky, nasty looking.
Yeah, but I would listen to that theme song all day.
So
I bought that for the Switch, and I regret it.
Why?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I
Doom
guess it would be
2016
bad.
or the original Doom?
The original Doom.
Why do you regret it?
It's not fun.
No, it's not a very good game. I also don't really like the original.
Again, I do play like 5 levels and I'm done.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean,
And it's
I
like, hey,
like
it is what it is, but
I
that
like
can stay there.
Doom.
Like,
Doom
it was
2016
it was
is
a
better.
thing that made gaming what it is today, and I respect that, but it sucks.
Yeah,
Now.
for sure.
It definitely
have been-
led to this game because this
things have
game
been
definitely took
improved.
a lot of elements from Doom. Because if you just watch the gameplay, I mean, it looks like there's like a lot of levels. There's a lot of platforming. You do a lot of parkour. You get a little grappling hook that you get to use. You get to run on walls, slow down time, and slice people in half. Like you zip into them.
So the slowing down time looks super cool.
It does.
Because the way that they were showing in the trailers, they're like chaining together the jumping in the air and using the, I guess it's a zip line, like a hook shot basically. From Zelda, you like hook shot into the air, and then you have a little meter underneath your marker on screen that seems to be your time freezy meter, and you can adjust yourself until that meter runs out. And
Sekiro, Raw Data, and Doom mixed.
all put together. Yeah.
That's basically what this game is. 100%.
And you can wall jump, you can wall run. and you are just a dude carrying a sword. Also. You dash, air dash.
You got to dodge bullets and stuff. You can use the force. There's force elements. You like push enemies away. You can push bullets back at them and stuff, which I think is you can also do that in raw data, or is just blocking bullets. I don't know. I'm not sure 100%. But yeah, I mean, it looks really cool. Like I said, the graphics are really cool, and it kind of reminds me of Portal in some ways too. The way you like progress through the levels,
puzzles.
Like, it seems like it does have some puzzles and like kind of tricky. Like you can fall off the platforms and things.
Right. Like
so playing that VR might be a little scary because like if you fall, you're like, oh crap.
The first-person platforming part is part of the puzzle solving. Is like, okay, here's the combination of shit you need to do to make it through this part of the level.
And then it also has another similar element to, what was it? What game did I compare it to? No, what am I saying?
Hyperdot.
No, not Hyperdot. Super hot.
Super hot. Yeah.
Because the freezing time, and then there's also like when you die, the level restarts from where you begin.
Yeah.
So like if you get shot, you got to restart at the beginning. So you have to kind of memorize where everything's at because you might not see enemies here and there, and then they just shoot you.
And I don't know what this was running on, but at least on the trailer that we saw and the gameplay stuff, that loading was happening instantaneously.
I was also seeing some Dishonored vibes a little bit.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I was like, what was it? What was the freaking Oh, Dishonored, right? Yeah, Dishonored.
Yeah, because the way your character moves,
you kind of have like the whoop whoop flap flap bop.
Yeah. Yes.
Zombie
For
game
the people
like
on audio, that is
flip,
gonna
whoop flop bap. If you play Dishonored, that person's like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh yes. Foo foo flip flap.
Bop.
Bop. Ends with a bop.
Foo foo flip flap bop.
So I really appreciate the inspirations of this game and the aspirations as well. I think it looks really cool.
It does look
I am so totally sold on the music.
Yeah,
like, that was
synthwave
20
music.
people. Way to go. 20 people.
Yeah, right? That was one of the first things I noticed was the music, and obviously the visuals are really striking, and I'll put this in the video version too because it looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
I am very excited about Ghostrunner. I don't know that we have any sort of release date. Do you remember, Colin? Did it say?
Just skip to the end.
Available in 2020, so it'll be out this year sometime.
December 31st.
Yes, yes, the filler release date. I love it. But I mean, judging by the gameplay that they've been showing and the amount of gameplay they showed, we were just cycling through the YouTube videos and like, fuck, I think we watched the whole game. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So
I like the narrator, dude. Or the floating mask.
Yep.
The bad guy from Star Fox.
That guy, Andros.
Andros,
right?
it's Andros. I remember his name.
The voice acting, I was pretty sold on the voice acting for the main character and the floating head guy.
But there was this one lady that came in, and it definitely sounded like she was trying. It was bad.
She's like literally trying to voice act. Like she's reading, but sounding like she's trying to act and not acting natural.
It's bad.
I did not see that part.
It's AI trying to act. It was pretty rough.
That one was rough. But hopefully that's a small part of the game.
Because maybe they didn't have the biggest budget.
Oh, I would imagine.
Like, the graphics and all that are insane. You couldn't hire a better voice. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah,
maybe they're doing it.
Maybe they didn't hire a voice actor, and it's just like one of the girls on the team is like, I can do it.
I can do it. Why not?
I can do it.
It's just script. Why not?
It didn't seem like a very significant part. So
yeah,
but it was definitely there, and I was like, oh boy,
it did seem pretty rough. So we'll see if they maybe tie that stuff up later, or if they just release it like that. But Ghostrunner, very, very cool. Made by a very, very small team. So let's see. Okay. It is break time, and we will come back right after this with some more shit.
Take a break.
All right, and we're back from break. Thanks for sticking with us here. We are just going to continue plowing through our game chat here. Let's start this off with Foregone. Troy, this one was yours. What say you?
Dead Cells, but way cooler.
Okay. And for the people not familiar with Dead Souls.
Okay. Dead Cells.
Dead Cells, sorry.
Dead Cells is the roguelike. basically almost like a roguelite dungeon crawler, which I think is interchangeable.
Okay.
Where you have levels that you play through, you get new weapons as you go. There's lots of different monsters that you can. And I don't know for sure. I haven't played Foregone, but I feel like it's run based. So you play through and get as far as you can, and then you get to keep your progress as your character builds out, but you start at the beginning of the game again.
Okay.
And that's what Dead Cells is.
Yeah.
Roguelike.
And it kind of has the same pixel style.
Yeah.
Similar pixel style, I guess.
Yes.
As Dead
This
Cells
is more
does.
of a pixel art though than just pixel-ish.
So the characters are pixelated, but the environment is not necessarily that way.
Yeah. Like
And
you can see the shadows underneath, and it's like, this is a pixel art game, and look at the shading and the shadows in this.
Yeah, it's definitely like you can tell that the pixel is literally just pixel art.
the shading, the shadows, and the animations are
Yes.
kind of mind-blowing, what they've managed to pull off here in pixel form. We just watched a boss battle that's part of this little playthrough thing here, and the smoothness that your character moves with is fucking bonkers.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a pixel art game.
Definitely
Like,
plays at a high frame rate too.
everything looks so smooth. And so it's a 2D side scroller basically, and you have some abilities. It looks like you can double jump, dash jump.
Yeah.
You've got a melee weapon, you've got a range based weapon, and some platforming in there. Obviously, as a side scroller, that's very common. So this just looks really, really cool.
Another thing would be like a Metroidvania.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure it very much looks like it plays like a Metroidvania. I kind of hate using that term, but that is a term that most people are familiar with who are into
People
gaming.
know what it is
Yeah.
a little better.
So
I
this,
like Castlevania.
this would be in that same
Yeah,
vein.
Metroidvania is like
I know.
Castlevania.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
do you not like Metroid then, or do you just not like the term?
like-
The term is just like overused to encompass
Because it's-
so many games.
Yeah.
Like
It's
Kinda uses shorthand.
Not only is
explaining a roguelite.
Not only is Metroid and Castlevania similar, then they do Metroidvania, and then everything is Metroid.
right, everything's a Metroidvania at some point, and it
Yes.
just
Yeah.
I don't know, kind of annoys me, but
Opening the parts of the map as you go, and
I think there are games like it's kind of shitty to put games in that box when
Yeah.
they don't necessarily fit cleanly in that box.
yeah.
And I suspect Foregone will not exactly fit into that box because there's still people innovating on that genre, I guess. I'll put that in quotes, on that genre. But Foregone looks very, very cool. It's being made by Big Blue Bubble
Big Blue
Studios.
Bubble.
Yeah, I'm in. Foregone. Very,
cool.
very cool, Troy.
You can get
Definitely
that
a game I'm interested in
on
playing.
early access on Epic Game Store right now. It will come to Xbox, PC, Switch, and PS4 later this year, I think.
Okay.
I don't remember for sure. Can you scroll down?
Scroll down to
Say
This is
Platform just as window.
right now. Yeah.
Yep. So I don't know if they're
so far
coming
from
on.
what I've seen, it's saying Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Microsoft Windows.
Yeah.
Okay.
So eventually it will come out on everything.
What
Right
does it?
now
What does it
it's
say?
early
What graphics are required? Scroll down. I want to see that. I want to see if it actually if it's a heavy graphic game.
Okay.
So minimum recommended. Oh, so it's not that bad.
No. I think my computer could
The
probably
minimum you
make
can have is an i3, Windows 7 or later.
That should be the
4
minimum
gigabyte memory.
you get at all.
Yeah, at all to play any game.
Right.
I have Windows 10. Ha ha!
Great.
I can play this game.
That's great, Troy. So
I'd rather borrow one of your guys' game or PlayStation.
yeah, it says here it's a narrative-driven gameplay. Collect an arsenal of mythic weapons, challenging enemies, intense boss fights. We saw some of that in the video.
Skill tree. Nice.
Branching
They're
skill
saying that
tree,
it's not
customizable abilities.
Who's saying?
So it is 3D to
roguelike.
2D
The developers.
animation.
Oh,
Okay.
it looks like it though.
Yeah, it does look like it, but they're saying it's not roguelike. It has a loot system.
Okay.
So does Dead Cells. Exactly.
But not roguelike elements.
it's
So
not
you don't
saying
have
like
to
it-
rerun through the whole
Yeah,
level.
okay.
You just play the game, and I assume there's some sort of checkpoints or whatever.
Okay.
That's, to me, that's what makes a roguelike a roguelike.
Yeah. So it's a Metroid game, not a Metroidvania.
Okay. I'll take that. Sure.
Yeah.
Because
Usually when roguelike, like you die and you just keep some stuff and you have to go.
And start over,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
not so in this game. Man, fuck, this game looks good.
It does look really
These
good.
environments and this gameplay, super, super cool. So yeah, out now in early access on the Epic Game Store, like Troy was saying. Very cool. Check that out. I'll link to it in the show notes too, so you guys can go direct to the Epic Game Store if you'd like.
So get that on Switch.
Yeah, or wait for Switch. Sure. Yeah.
Make
idea.
them mad.
it's a bad idea.
I'll send you a picture when I buy it on Switch, and you'll just go.
I regret ever buying because Dead Cells came out on Switch first, and I wanted to play that game so bad that I bought it on Switch, and I regret that.
Well, it's the same way with Pedro. Pedro came to Switch
Pedro.
first.
Yes,
It's your own fault by not using a better controller.
I didn't.
which they have.
They didn't have them at the time. I
What?
had the Switch when it was brand new. They didn't have those.
They didn't have a pro controller in the start.
No. They just had the Joy-Cons.
Interesting.
And they do have a Bluetooth adapter. I've talked about it a
Yeah.
couple times on the pod. That allows you to use an Xbox or a PlayStation controller with the Switch.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So probably the last-ish game we'll talk about here is a game called Crosscode. And this one was mine. This game was kickstarted in 2015 and released on PC in 2018, and has taken a couple years for the developers to get it out to the Switch and other platforms.
Names up there of other games that it's like is like, well, this game is made for Troy.
Zelda, Diablo, Pokemon.
So this is checkpointgaming.net, expressed as a perfect mix of puzzles of Zelda-esque dungeons, Diablo action, and Pokemon aesthetics.
I'm in.
The story is similar to Sword Art Online.
Falling away.
Oh, come on. So yeah, Crosscode looks super cool. It does some similar stuff as Foregone that we were just talking about, where it does inventive things with their pixel art gameplay.
Yeah.
So this is more of a top-down rather than a side-scrolling game. So your characters and the environments in this game are more or less rendered in pixel art, but it's not like
Sprite based.
it's sprite-based, and I would say it's more like 32-bit than 16-bit.
Definitely.
Like it looks,
SNES.
yeah.
SNES and
SNES and probably,
Sega?
Sega Genesis. Looks really, really cool. So my first thought when I saw this trailer and heard about what this game was Chrono Trigger. And I fucking love Chrono Trigger. That is one of my favorite games ever. I wish they would just release that on every single platform so I
they
could.
have.
It's not on Switch.
No?
I've tried a couple times. I can play it on my my 3DS if I had it, since you still have my 3DS.
What?
So
I do?
What? Yes, Troy, you still have my 3DS. But this looks very similar to the art style in Chrono Trigger, just like turned up to 11. Like everything about this looks like it plays super smooth.
I like the action a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The characters and the animations and the battles look really good. And in Chrono Trigger, the battling system was more turn-based, whereas this looks much more like you're battling in real time.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. I think real-time battles tend to keep me a little bit more interested than turn-based stuff. So you still have the overworld where you're walking around kind of like an overworld map. And
That is very Chrono-like.
yep. And you have multiple characters that you're traveling with you at any one time. and the characters butt in, text-based speech. We don't have the sound on, so I'm not sure if there's voice acting. I suspect there is not.
Animation is good. Christ.
Oh boy.
So this game is coming out
Banjo-Kazooie, man.
in July, so it's not quite out yet for Switch and PS4 and Xbox. Looks really, really cool.
So it is coming to everything.
That's what the Wikipedia entry says. I have not found a
Cite your sources, buddy.
cite your sources.
Yeah,
I
when
mean, I
first
just see
Googled it,
I
on
see the
Switch.
Mario in the corner of this YouTube video, so it's
Yeah, let's see if
definitely
we
coming
get
to
any
Switch.
platforms at the end of this video here.
You're in
Yeah,
the
it
middle.
seemingly like it's coming to everything from, again, Wikipedia.
So Crosscode,
Yeah.
super cool. I am into most of those things. Diablo, I'm not a huge fan of, but
Love Diablo.
Zelda's good game. Zelda's good games. Yeah.
Good game.
Probably older.
Speaking of Zelda today,
Oh,
you said bad things about Zelda.
I totally did. Majora's Mask is fucking terrible.
What?
I tweeted at the Grief Burrito guys because they have been playing Majora's Mask on their stream.
Yes.
Majora's Mask is the worst Zelda game of all time, possibly on the list of worst games of all time. And with that,
About Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
What?
gentlemen,
The Philips CDI?
I think we need to end
Skyward
the podcast.
Sword?
We're done.
We're done.
There we go.
We can't start this
Wow.
argument now.
There is no argument. You're just wrong.
Wrong. Everybody's wrong. I'm right. Believe me. Nobody else.
Wrong. I think I have it here. Yep.
Here we go.
Ryan,
I mean, you can have an opinion. It doesn't mean it's right.
All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening. We will be, back with some more E3 coverage. Like, we didn't get Warner Games.
Still a lot we got to go.
Yeah, we didn't get Bethesda. We didn't get Devolver. We didn't get Microsoft's press conference, which is
Devolver
coming
is
up in
coming late.
July.
We're getting a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's
stay
still more
tuned.
stuff to come up.
Stay tuned.
Next week.
Yeah, stay tuned next week. Next week, we're going to do some Last of Us 2 stuff. Probably going to do a deep dive into that for those of you that are interested. I've been playing Disintegration, so I hope to maybe touch on that before Phil does his deep dive into Last of Us. And yeah, anything else, gentlemen?
Those who do hear this before a review, don't buy Last of Us 2.
watch Phil play it on his streams.
Don't. It's better if you just don't know anything.
I'm not
don't
gonna lie
involve.
though. Phil, not everybody agrees with Phil on this. So
That's true. There are a handful of people that are
just
liking
like
it.
you said, his is just an opinion. Yours is just an opinion as well.
I know, but my opinion is
Donkey
right.
loved it. So
All right. We're going to get out of here. Like I said, thanks everybody so much for listening. Have a good night.
bye.
Bye.